Hey ladies and gentlemen, Casual Crono here. It is time to play the Ghosts of Hope Severed Rays of Despair. This is the second of the Ghosts of Hope apocryphas, and you have to have cleared the Ghosts of Hope prologue in order to access this. We, as always, are doing this on Master difficulty, and it's been a little while since I've broken out my wind team, and I have a new addition compared to what I usually run. I usually have Melody AS here, but instead I have Stellar Awakened Suzette. Suzette Alter AS. Did I get all that right? I think I got all that right. She's only level 81 because I just got her recently, and I'm kind of learning how she fits in the team. She has a prayer. She can restore HP and MP through her stellar skill, so it's not quite as automatic as Melody's. She has a higher health pool, which is kind of nice because Melody was the only non-stellar awakened character that I had. But in short, Suzette is a wind support character. And Sesta is my DPS, Sugar Ray is my tank, and Tsubame can be DPS, can be support, etc. So here's the team. Sesta, geared as such, it is a plus 50 power badge. Highest I have. Suzette, I have her geared kind of for health and defenses, but I really couldn't find a good axe, so I just gave her the Elpis axe. And then her Grasta, she is holding 3 support Grasta for the party. Sugar Ray, geared as such. When I was choosing Grasta for his health, I was always choosing something that had 300 health, and when I could find it, 10 speed. So that's why he has 2 Curse of Revivals. It's not that he uses the skill, I don't even have it on his skill bar, but that's an extra 20 speed. And he is a dodge tank, so you want his speed to be high and you want the enemy's speed to be low. I'll go to Tsubame next. Tsubame also kind of geared for health, defenses, etc. A lot of her gear has increased with combo rate. And you can see that I have 2 Power of Pains with combo rate enhancement ores equipped. Do I need the Power of Pains? Probably not. I mean, yeah, she'll do some damage, but if I really wanted to go all in on damage, I'd have a weakness Grasta as well. But she has Almighty Power Cat Lover instead, because she and Sugar Ray are cat lovers. And actually, is Suzette a cat lover? Nope. So by holding that Grasta, she's buffing Sugar Ray's damage a little bit as well. So that is the party, the backup characters. Power of Gale, Almighty Power Eastern, Power of Awakening Katana, 2 enhance if max HP katanas, and Avenger, because Sesta is an Avenger. And Otoa happens to be holding the Azure Flutter. I'm still just leveling it up passively, so that and the opening data badge aren't required whatsoever. Otoa happens to have a passive ability. Every time I win a fight, I restore HP and MP, so kind of good for farming, though Sesta usually beats everything in one turn. Sidekicks, Tetra and Moke. Tetra for the heals and the extra health and MP and resistances. Moke for the aura. Once I activate weak point damage, critical damage goes up, and Sesta with her Twin Blade Wolf creates an expose, and unless it's null or absorbs wind, guarantees that I hit a critical point. So from that point forward, after the first Twin Blade, then all party members' critical damage is permanently up for the rest of the fight. So that is the team. I don't believe anyone's shadow points are particularly high. I'm a free-to-play player, so I don't have a zillion characters at 255. I just pull Otoa a lot. That's the only reason she's in the 140s. So that is the team. We have the difficulty set. It is 11:30 at night, my time. Turn down your speakers. We are cracking open the late night soda. Mountain Dew as always. And that is not because I am being paid to promote it, it's because I like Mountain Dew. Alright. We are going to activate the priority quest marker so we always see where we need to go. Kairos's control room, it looks like. Depending on how long this drags on, I may or may not finish it this evening, but, you know, summer break, I'll get some rest, wake up, and keep playing during the day. Alright, I'm assuming we are going to the question mark location. Yep. Alright, for those of you unfamiliar with my walkthroughs, I do tend to edit out most of the cutscenes, and that is, one, to shorten my videos because they do tend to drag on very long, and two, slightly reduces spoilers. Obviously, if you're watching a walkthrough, it's probably because you yourself are playing this, and so you're discovering plot twists as I am, but just in case, can't hurt to cut it out. So, with that said, I'm going to start the quest. I have no doubt we're going to see a scene of some kind, and I will promptly edit it out. See, told you, scene.
Into the deep, dark depths to find any trace I can of her.
Was the last one voiced? I don't remember. Quest accepted. And during the intro music video, I guess we'll call it, which was awesome, by the way, we saw glimpses of some of the story's characters. Havoc, of course, Rovilla was mentioned, and Xianghua appeared in the video. They did announce in the live stream 2 days ago that Xianghua is going to be getting her AS form coming up here in the near future. So, Xianghua herself... oh, there's a scene. Alright, that was brief. We are treading carefully. And during the scene, for a brief moment, I wasn't paying that close of attention. I thought that was either the Autobot or Decepticon symbol, the insignia on the floating bus thing, transport thing. But alas, it's not. Anyway, as I was saying, Xianghua, as many of you know, I use her quite a lot. Her normal style, extremely powerful. Technically, you don't even need her stellar skill Tesseract, but a lot of people do find it helpful. I tend to not use it. I use Horizon instead. It ignores target defenses. Strength is increased based on user's int. If the enemy has more than 50% health, it attacks again. It attacks twice by default. And there are other skills that increase skill hits to let it hit 3 times, like Trinity. And I'm a little curious what they're going to do with her AS form, because Trinity and Horizon are both part of her final board, which means those skills will not carry over to her AS form. We will not have her super damaging Horizon or her increased skill hits by 1 and damage barriers and awaken zones and all that stuff, non-type magic attack buff. Neither of those will be part of Xianghua AS's kit. So are they going to make her an even more tremendous damage dealer? Or maybe she'll be like a protection figure and they'll actually give a magic user a rage skill, because Dunnerith just is not cutting it. Don't know. We will find out probably in 2 or 3 weeks, whenever the next major update is. Alright, that said, we are in a mysterious world. I tend to try and uncover the map as much as possible. I'm not getting attacked right now. The ship is just kind of floating there. All right. The scene mentioned Volos Research Institute, but it seems like it's in ruins. And scene. You're not treading carefully. Following that, I have control. Go visit Havoc's base. Probably from the transport ship. I kind of wonder if she was talking to Shanghua on the radio, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, so as you can see, special interactions between Havoc and other military personnel around the base. Alright, so to continue, we need to go there, but is there anyone out here to talk to? Nothing that way. I'm always looking for little hidden passages. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Let's go inside. And they said that the map Alright, so there's the Research Institute and the outpost so far. Oh, a kitty cat. Gotcha. Gale. So whenever I'm in a new location, for those of you that have not watched my walkthroughs, I try to explore every nook and cranny looking for treasure chests, an int badge, and just whatever else I can find. Okay. If this does not interest you, you are by all means free to skip ahead to whatever parts of the video might end up helping. Usually boss fights or puzzles, whatever's going on. Okay, what's going on here? Is there like a little mini game here? Serve people maybe? Or is this just flavor text? Alright, so I guess the green diamonds are just flavor text. Alright, he's working. What else is in here? Aha, treasure chest. 30 murmur scripts. Alright. I've already forgotten if I went into this room or not. No, I don't think I did. Okay. And we get high-class scrolls. Man, every time I see that symbol, I'm thinking like Decepticons. I grew up with the Transformers, part of the G.I. Joe, Transformers, Voltron era. Good times. Say, I liked the voice acting. I didn't know at the time, but like Casey Kasem, Frank Welker, all the people I listened to in Scooby-Doo were also Transformers. And Robin from Batman and Robin, and many, many, many others. It's kind of cool. I secretly spend, really not secret, I spend a lot of time just kind of looking at the connections, like, you know, Casey Kasem voiced Robin in like the 70s, and Shaggy and all of that, and then was a Cliff Jumper in Transformers, and it's kind of fun to follow. Let's see. It's kind of fun to follow, you know, kind of like their lives, like how they went from one series to another. All right. But a lot of stuff I used to watch, let's see, all the way to the left. A lot of stuff I used to watch, you know, the voice acting, just, I guess I'm drawn to the ones that have the same people voicing things. I watch Teenage Ninja Turtles and like Rob Paulsen and all of them, you know, voice some of the turtles. What's this? Power badge. And a room that I can't go in. And of course, he was active in other things like Tiny Toons and stuff like that. So, good times. Let's see. I guess I should be probably need to pay attention a little more to this than reminisce about like stuff from, oh my gosh, like 30, 40 years ago. Can I say that out loud? Some of you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, so living quarters is up here. Cute doctor, huh? Speaking of Tiny Toons, hello, nurse. Let's see who it is. I'm assuming this is... Oh no, that's a weapon shop symbol. I thought this might be the infirmary. Oh, there's posters of Melody in here. Alright. What's this? Oh, medium class scrolls. Just stole from the shop. Alright. Think we've seen everything there is to see. Did we go in that room? Started talking about childhood cartoons. Operations room. Oh yeah, we did. I see the treasure chest back there. Alright. Let's go towards the quest marker as I run away from the quest marker. Alright. Is there a second floor? Ah, infirmary. Oh, well, if you need a rest, I guess this is where you can go. Any treasures or things to steal? No. Alright. And scene. Alright, so the cute medic was Havoc, which I'm fine with. I am married to a redhead, so cute redhead taking care of people. I'm on board with that. Alright. And we are going to the mechanic room. Oh, I see CL up there. All she talks about is movies and cartoons and music, and here I was talking about cartoons this whole time. Alright, Havoc does not like flattery. Alright, we are leaving the entrance and going to the front of the Research Institute. I guess we could just use the map, right? I guess we're not quite going to Volo's yet. Alright, that using the map was a big fail. I guess we step outside and talk some more. Is this where we came in? Yep, well, we're going to talk some more. Maybe. The barrier is gone. We can explore. If I was them, I'd be throwing a rock or two just in case there was another barrier. But apparently not. Don't see any other entrances. Alright, let's go inside. Well, it's time to search the haunted building, as she put it, the Research Institute. As I mentioned before, any new area I will explore every nook and cranny just to see what I can find. If that does not interest you, then feel free to skip ahead. Looks like this place might have a few puzzles. Can she use her little grappling arm to drag that over? Look at that.
Capture successful.
I have to say, I'm liking Havoc. I really wish I had gotten her in my pools. Alright, looks like our first fight is the horror. Master difficulty.
Only death follows.
Level 120? I figured they'd be like level 140 or something. Alright. Oh, I need to switch that back to cease. Oh well. Alright, let's see. So my thought process. Twin-Blade Wolf usually kills everything, and it's preemptive since she's Stellar Awakened. So on the chance that it has an HP stopper, barrier, or just has way more health, maybe even null to Twin Blade, I do have follow-up skills. Winds of War buffs Sesta, Mellow Memoria buffs the party, and Ripper Azura puts him in, was it Yaksha Blade mode? But I really meant to have Cease in there. So we're just going to see what Twin Blade does. Does look like a lot of health though. Look at that. And the question is that an HP stopper or is it just going to take 2 Twin Blades? Magic Reflector. I see some debuffs. Let's hit status and see what that does. MP decreased, and it stacks, and magic resistance decreases. So not particularly nice to magic using characters. Alright. It's just bolstering. I'm trying to avoid the preemptive ones. Let's just attack. And Fierce Feline. Can she do it? Yes.
Not bad at all. Let us rest for now.
Alright, so if you're fighting that horror, you have the first turn, it doesn't attack you, it just debuffs you. So, alright, Ripper Azura, we're switching to Cease. Cease, when used, puts him in Vajra mode, which is his tank mode. And if any of you have him Stellar Awakened and you go, well, Sarai Kinbu activates Ripper Azura and Cease, but it does not cause a mode change. So using Sarai Kinbu does not put him in either form, Vajra or Yaksha. Alright, let's continue our exploration. I see a little grappling hook thing over there, and a grappling hook thing there. Let's do the right one first.
Capture successful.
Aha, treasure chest. I kind of figured we'd be moving more that direction to the left. Alright, if you want 10,000 git, go right there. I don't know why I just went down the other ones on this level. Alright, trash mobs. Cease, Mellow, Twin Blade, and Winds of War. Twin Blade, hopefully, will knock them out. Yep.
You were just another part of the mission. Deploying wire.
Guess we're going to have to go around for that one.
Capture successful.
Alright, let me check the west really quick. Nothing. Because I have repeat on, it remembers the skills. All I have to do is hit attack. And I just try to avoid preemptive skills for the other three characters, just so I don't waste MP.
Fulfilled.
Alright, nothing that way. I feel like I'm going through metal detectors. Alright. So there's a door up there. And a chest. And it doesn't look like there's anything else to explore, so chest, then door, and floor number 2, I guess. Medium class scrolls. Oh yay, 50 battles done.
Capture successful.
50 more and I get another All Cosmos star chart. There's so many people I want to awaken, but so few star charts. Okay, automatic scene. I'm unable to switch between maps for a while. So it looks like I have to avoid the enemies. Is this a quest? Well, we are in master difficulty. Not that it affects this. Alright, what's this? Pause. Oh, I guess if I want to stop, I can stop. Alright. What's this? I guess I kind of follow behind Mr. Synth Human. And I can switch between maps now. Alright, we are headed further into the Research Institute. Seems like Havoc is dealing with either something blocking her memories or something implanted affecting her memories. I'm sure we'll learn more about that over time. In the meantime, time to explore.
Capture successful.
Prayer scripts.
Deploying wire.
Let's see. High-class scrolls. I don't remember seeing a way. Can I go down? Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
Capture successful.
Oh wow, she's moving that whole platform. Alright, is this going to be an automatic cutscene? Yes, it is. Communication log Alpha 201. The unlock codes for this floor have been unified. See below for details. Alright, I'm seeing below. I'm not seeing much below. Alright, we are looking for an encryption key, which no doubt is confusing poor Aldo horribly. Alright. Looks like this is the way it wants us to go, so therefore we will go this way. Speed badge. And let's beat up the horror. I see a treasure chest behind it. Alright, so we know that we can kill this in 2 turns. I'm going to blow the AF gauge and see if we actually hit like HP stopper, or if it just has like 10 billion health on master difficulty. So I'm going to blow the AF gauge. Do 3, 0, 3, 3, and then 2s and then 1s. 3033. Looks like... Let's see, if that was 3.6 billion. That's probably around 4. I guess it probably has around 5.5 to 6 billion in damage. Alright, let's Winds of War, Twin Blade. We'll go back to the 3s again, because we know that one more Twin Blade will knock it out. But that also tells me it does not have an HP stopper. So someone like Verdanta could probably smack it in one hit. Alright. Git plus badge is behind the horror if you need more Git. I do not. I have like 300,000. Press the button to receive messages. Decryption key A. Alright, so I guess we click down here, or tap if you're on your phone. The code has been set to the year the program began, 1090. That was a long... Oh, I guess this is 1100. Alright. As you make your way through the overworld, the Signoct button may light up. Tap the button to give you information. You can check the logs at any time from the top of the screen. Alright, so we need to find the correct decryption key and tapping on the place where it fits, which tells me there's probably going to be more than one decryption key. Alright. Alright, so logs that no longer have any encryptions. So some might need more than one encryption or decryption key. Alright. So we click up here. The code for the door is most likely 1090. So we go here. Oh wow, it could literally be anything. I wonder if you type 1090 before you access that, if it would work. No, because it didn't pop up. 1090. Alright, that was a pretty straightforward puzzle. Alright, next floor. Oh, I see a treasure chest hiding there. More murmur scripts. Okay. Next floor, no doubt we need to find some more decryption keys. Oh, we can travel... What did it say? Something about level 3? Alpha 3. Okay, that saves us some time. Alright, took a little break right there. Let's see. I guess I'm not going that far. Looks like I have control of Rovella, and we are looking for a decryption key. Says installed laser traps. obviously. I put the key in this sector where everyone can access it. If you're worried that someone else will find it, they've thought of that too. And I can pause it if I want to, but I don't. Alright, so there's the lasers. Alright, looks like there's a door down. And was there anything else here? I see a key inside the green bulletproof case, which means I can't blast my way. Storeroom. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to get to the... Whoa. I did not expect them to walk down. Alright, there's a key inside the red bulletproof case. Decryption key A. Click on that. You need to press a hidden button all the way in the back to open the case. Okay. So now I'm curious. What's down there? Was that where I came from? Yeah, it was. Okay. Does that reset the enemies? Kind of looks like it does. Are you gonna walk down? No, you are not. Let's open up the map just so I can see where I can run if I have to. All right, let's duck down. Sure. All right. All right, the laser traps is in the red bulletproof. Warehouse key is the blue bulletproof, which we just opened. The rec room key is in the green. So supposedly the green one has no use, but we all know it probably will. Alright, let's grab this one. Alright, the red one turns off the lasers. Well, I have control again. Now, Rovella, we found one locked door in the previous area, and we found a key that I think would unlock that door, except that when I chose the red key, that pretty much initiated the cutscene, and now I can't go back. But we do know that Rovella was able to walk back to the previous area, so maybe I can go check out that other door the next time I switch to Rovella. At least that's the hope. Alright, now that's pretty straightforward. Let's see what this is about. Little model ship. Alright, I can destroy obstacles with the rail gun, but I need to look around and find bullets. And it looks like I'm backtracking. Okay. Weapon scrolls, what's this, a bullet? We have a bullet. Alright, so before you run off towards the icon, run up here and grab a bullet. And some scrolls to level up weapon manifestations a little faster. Alright, we have the bullet.
Destroying target.
I see some more hooks. Wonder if probably have to find more bullets too. Oh, there was a phone call there. Dear question mark. Organization codes. Some of them are also used as barrier wall codes. And we need a decryption key. Alright. So there's a blue switch and a green switch. And apparently we need to... Oh. Okay. Decryption B. Click on that. Oh, there's 6 numbers. KMS, COA, EGPD, those are the police people. Kind of forgotten HMC, LOC, and EDF. Alright, that hasn't changed.
Sure, we can fight in the light.
So used to seeing the little enemies on the mini-map, I kind of forgot there were enemies here. Alright, what was in here? Oh, that's right, that's where I came from. Alright, obviously... Aha, there we go. Alright, go to the end right there, and we can pull this rig over. And using that one will pull us back when the time comes. LOC something. Oh, I thought I was able to read the previous ones. Unless... oh, nope. Well, LOC is one of the barriers. Or codes, whatever. LOC 326. Moving on. You know, I thought Master Difficulty trash mobs were still like level 140. And I saw level 110. I have not messed with the difficulty. Yep, still says Master. Alright, nothing else that way. Sure, why not? Ah. For all of them, I guess. Alright. Pull the master lever found to remove the cover of each sub-switch. Check. And then... I wonder if you have to push them in like a proper order. Aha. I have the key. Oh. The code backwards. So instead of 326... Hey, look at that in the following order. Blue, red, green. So, Alliance, Horde, and Fell Invaders. For the Alliance. Okay.
Who should I kill? Shout out the night.
Kind of a tough enemy there.
I am the strongest under the sun.
Alright, red. I totally went the wrong way. I need to go there. Alright, this is the part where you can happily skip ahead in the YouTube video.
You were just another part of the mission.
So that's going to be a little annoying. Have to go over there, hit blue, come back here, hit red, and then go over there again to hit the green. For the Alliance.
Capture successful. Sesta will be your guard. Don't let me down. Sesta's war will shout out the night.
And for the Horde. I'm not feeling like it. And Fell Invaders. We are Legion. That means we can go back to the door now. After beating these guys up.
Target is safe. Mission complete.
Oh, that was 326, wasn't it? But they said we had to do it backwards, right? 326. Not that one. Enter the code backwards. So we're doing 623. 623. Check. All right, all right, all right. Following that scene, contact the scientist. We do seem to be at an impasse. So we are headed back to Triglaive Outpost. And looks like we're going back to Havoc's room? Was that what was here? No, the Research Institute. They're still working. Finally, Shanghua enters the scene, and we are going back to the barrier. So let's see, map, Alpha 3, and to the barrier. Come on, Shanghua, tesseract it. Alright, we have a fight with 3 sentinels. They don't look like they're any different than what we've been fighting. And they were not.
Return to shadow.
Oh, Sugar Ray leveled up. Well, following that scene, we get to move on. And it looks like we got a preview of Shanghua's AS form that they mentioned in the live stream. Still can't quite tell what her role is, but she seems pretty powerful. I have control of Rovella. Let's see if I can go back before I move on and open up that other. Did I miss my chance? Well, I have to go to the records room to do it. Oh, apparently not. Alright, in the storeroom there is high class scrolls times 10. Really? That's it? I guess so. And it said the other one was a rec room that had long since shut down. Alright, well. Let's go to the new area then. So Beta 4 area. No, we are not pausing exploration. So it looks like there's something here that can stun the synth humans. Nothing that way. Alright, decryption key B. Electrified gas trap capable of paralyzing. Alright. Gas jokes aside, let's see what we can find. Oh, that guy went down. Uh-oh. 4-digit passcode. Alright, I'm guessing the passcode is encrypted in that one, so there's another passcode entry point. $16 something, so we have half a passcode. $16 something, and then aha. Let's try 1685. Alright, so let's try 8516. Aha! Or not. I wonder if it's 8156, 16 inserted in there. Eight, 156. All right, so let's try 8516 again. $85.16. Alright, so that's the one that we do, the top right. Now, how long is that going to last? Alright, she was affected by the others. He wasn't, but he's not affected either. Now there was one synth human in the bottom left that wasn't moving. So, prayer scripts. Alright, that should be it. So, let's see what there is to see here. Beta 5 area. I have control, and Ruby finally voiced what's been bugging me a little bit. This part of the facility, I don't see a lot of the destruction. I don't see synth humans. We're not fighting synth humans. We're just fighting regular old trash. And yet Rovella is supposedly in another section, and as we've seen, there's tons of destruction and bodies everywhere. And yes, we're communicating with each other. I wonder if he might be in a slightly different time, and that little floaty communicator thing is allowing us to talk to Rovella in the past or possibly in the future. But I'm kind of leaning more towards Rovella's in the past.
Go ahead. Try it.
Might not be that huge of a difference. I'm not sure if it's years or months or what, but I don't know. Rovella seems to be in a separate timeline.
A hurricane's got nothing on me. Ha!
Oh, we got some Stranger Things vibes going here. I have control. Use the information from the communications log to progress. And now I have to worry about Lord Vecna appearing. And the Demigorgons, of course. Those would be the trash mobs. Lab 1, theme, power to rule. It'd be difficult to put to military use. Alright. It looks like it wants us to go this way, but there's a horror that way. Let's see what there is to see here. Oh, that's a new one. Pretty little one-eyed red dragon thing.
You messed up my hair.
Rhodoculcus. Alright, so we need to find some bullets. And I don't think I saw any other ways to go to the left. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, I see. This part can't pull over because it's tied to that part. Alright, so we need a bullet to destroy that, and then we can pull ourselves over. And there's no other way to the left, so our only choice is to go towards the marker.
Deploying wire.
Oh, we're off the map a little bit. Alright, secret treasure. Luring Shadow Bow. Is Rovella Shadow? I think he is Shadow. Alright, so that's in honor of Rovella. And automatic cutscene. Following that discussion. Alright, that's our way back. Alright, what's this say? 4 digits. Huh? 7777. Yep. Alright, she says let's look for an explanation. But I don't have any bullets still. So I can't blow up that rubble. And I can't pull that over without the rubble.
Get to work.
I'm not quite sure what I should be doing right now.
Shout out the night.
Unless that last cutscene opened up something or exposed something, some way for me to keep going. I don't really see any reason why we need to backtrack this far. And was there nothing else over here? Actually, let's... oh. Okay. Pulling this over allows me to go south.
Deploying wire.
It's 2 a.m. my time. Maybe I'm just getting a little tired. Alright, we need administrative access to get it working. So does that mean we have to get administrative access and then figure out what the 4-digit code is? Ah, there's the bullet. Okay. Let's go blow up that rubble and search the west.
I didn't really feel like fighting. War will shout out the night. You were just another part of the mission.
Alright, bye-bye rubble.
Destroying target.
And now, go down to the middle layer and pull ourselves across.
Capture successful.
Alright, exploration time. Interesting. Oh, there's a little green shiny thing up there, but no way to pull myself over. Ooh, little one-eyed dragon horror looking thing.
Hey, live it
Level
while you
120.
die, right?
Alright. Let's just play it safe. Let's just blast it. 3033, and we'll switch and just do all ones. 3033, and now all ones. Alright, looks like it's been defeated. Well, it has less than 10 billion health.
Feels fulfilled.
There's our achievement for that. Alright, if I pull this over... Oh. Alright, there is... Alright, Lab 1. Lab 2 is genomes, 3 nanomachines. Now, a lot of curios storyline is popping up here as well. I hope we don't have to refight some of those things. Some of those fights, like Quadoxin, was just annoying. Alright, are you an encryption key? Alright, there's the card key with admin access, but we still don't know what the password is.
Capture successful.
Alright, looks like that's our ticket back.
If it's a fight you want, get it.
Alright, cease, mellow, winds of war. Preemptive twin blade first.
Target is safe. Mission complete. Capture successful.
Alright, there's the other cyborgs. Okay. Psychics. Right. Didn't Curio's Regret quest have... Did it have 7 bosses or 5? It's been too long.
Deploying wire.
That's it. I still don't think I know the 4-digit password. Unless it's the 8516 thing. Nope. Okay, we covered that one. I don't understand what this is cluing us into yet. Oh, I wonder if it's this. 0838. 0838. Yes, alright. So 0838 is the password for this. One by one, using single digits, please enter the lab numbers of each lab financially invested in by the military. Alright, so I remember one said it was like too costly. Alright, so... Lab 1 disqualified. Lab 3 was disqualified because it was too costly. Alright, 4 was qualified, and 2 it doesn't say. So 2 and 4 are possibilities. 5 is a possibility. It doesn't say. 6 disqualified. And 7 was qualified. Alright, so 2, 4, 5, and 7 are the possibilities. Four and 7 are the 2 that are qualified. So 2, 4, 5, and 7. 2. Oh, I see. So it's not necessarily a 4-digit number. Well, we know that 4 and 7 were qualified. All right, 4, 7. Rovella time. And we are following Tilda. And that's, I guess, our pause point. And sure enough, what Xianghua is saying, and if I'm understanding it right, Rovella, who is from 1100, has somehow entered a facility from 10 years prior. So Rovella is kind of back in time, and he's communicating with the rest of Aldo and the rest of the party in the current 1100. So let's see how this is explained. All right, follow Havoc now. Alpha 5 area was area 7, I think, that I'm wondering if Aaron's sister, Tilda, is a chimera, chimera, whatever, however we're pronouncing it today. Oh. Time. All right, we are mobilizing. Experimental biological weapon might be, if Tilda is the chimera that has all the little piercing, pointy, stabby stab things. Kind of a pretty red looking creature though. That might be why Tilda was not among the dead. Area 6. And probably a cutscene we cannot avoid. Yep, called it. Following that scene where carry Rovella to the infirmary on base. Can travel to number 6 now. Some of my thoughts I think were correct, and others I was not expecting. What's this? Sure. Alright, looks like we are just traveling back to the outpost. And we'll hear Rovella's perspective on things, I'm sure. Alright, this step, very simple. Click and continue. Following that, I think we need to go find Rusalka. And that would be the northwest. And somehow, despite the fact that it's 2:40 in the morning, I think I followed most of that previous conversation. Alright, check in on Havoc. Too long didn't read is keep going in Area 7 and probably fight some big baddie. Which we'll probably do after talking with Havoc here, if I had to guess. I called that. We're going back to the Institute. Follow the Phantom and make your way through the Institute once again.
A hurricane's got nothing on me.
Can't we just go to level 6? And go to level 7? I didn't get the little message popping up saying we're about to face a major trial. Maybe that comes next. We got the ominous music going. Well, looks like we got a little bit of a map to navigate. Alright, Bradley. The Black Blade, probably the weapon Phantom is using. Frozen group of life forms? Okay. This doesn't sound very good. Translation, big baddie. Well, we're on master difficulty. Let's see what we are up against. Oh boy, here we go. Phantom Tilda. Alright. Oh, I see two life points. Yep. 2 life points. Alright. At the end of the turn in which max stacks were reached, execute the skill Into the Darkest Depths. Total 0 out of 50. And it says, ignores hold ground, guard, etc., which sounds like I don't want to hit it 50 times. But how do you get rid of those stacks? Alright, well, we are going to cease. Defense. Let's start off with a Wicked Wolf Sweep. Oh, it says resist. It does not resist slash. You know what, let's do Fajin Slash instead. And Winds of War. There, I see a 5 now. 6. I see a 10, 11 now. Alright, bolstering Kie. Protectio, let's get the prayer going. Let's do another Fajin Slash and a Fierce Feline. Looks like it resists wind or magic. And this is Slash and wind, so it looks like it probably just resists wind. Yep. Alright, Fierce Feline is my number 2 skill. Fajin, alright. It looks like a 1,000 hit. 0, 37. Alright. We are still praying. We're still in a wind zone. It's not awakened. So let's just see what happens when we blow the AF gauge. We've done the 3s, we've done the 2s. It does not look like it removed any debuffs. So we're just going to Twin Blade, but otherwise spam the very first skill for everybody. And after Twin Blade, that should create an Expose, which means the resist should turn into weak points. So we'll do 1, 0, 1, 1, and then all 1s. And we're just going to see how much damage we do. What I'm hoping is that 22 stacks will drop if we can drop a life point. So let's see. 1, 0, 1, 1. 1, 0, 1, 1. Alright, there's the weak points. Oh, it looks like a single... I don't have to use any more. Okay. We are at 50. Kind of redoing bolstering Kie. Alright, let's see what happens. Will it use a life point and clear the stacks, or am I, for lack of a better word, screwed? Power flows into Phantom Tilda. Okay. I thought it was going to really, really hurt, but apparently not. Alright, I'm no longer praying. And I'm no longer... I thought I was in an awakened wind zone during the AF burst. Okay. So... it used up a life point. I went back down to 5, but it did use Into the Darkest Depths. It said that. And I assumed it would be like a really nasty attack, but it did like 12 points of damage. Alright, what's this? Call of an Angel. Oh. Powered 1,000, int 1,000. At turn end, consume as many as the number of attacks made by all party members. So there's 15 stacks of that, which means basically I am not going to do any damage until I've done 15 attacks. So let's use moves that do a bunch of attacks. Sorai Kinbu. Violet Scythe. I kind of hate to use a Twin Blade on this. Why not? And Injaku attacks 5 times. Actually, Violet Scythe attacks 5 times. I should probably Protectio, though I lost my prayer. The other 3 should do a total of 15 attacks. I wonder if sidekicks count as attacks. Oh well. Let's see what happens. It said at turn end is when the stacks would decrease. Now, is it considered this 3 attacks, or is it consider this all 15? I shook off the binding. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, so it looks like it is number of moves, not necessarily number of attacks. That said, I am at 46 stacks thanks to that, which basically means I should go ahead and blow the AF gauge and try to knock off another life point. So the first thing I'm going to do is blow the AF gauge and then burst. Sorai. Mellow Memoria, sure, why not? Wolfheart. And Injaku. And we'll just spam all 1s for a little bit. And then once we drain everything, we'll try to fill back up the Stellar Burst gauge. Which doesn't look like it'll take too much to do that. Rebuff. Alright, we'll spam all 1s until we have a Stellar Burst handy and ready to go. Alright, I don't see any reason to continue. Alright, we are in an Awakened Wind Zone. So does she, I guess, maybe, it? Undo the Awakenedness. Yep, there, destroyed a zone. Deployed Crystal Zone. Alright, it tried to curse me. There's the Into the Darkest Depths.
What?
And somehow I got a Wind Zone again. Is that my doing? I'm still kind of learning Suzette. Is that a resonance thing, maybe? No. Okay. So the boss has those 15 stacks again. So let's get rid of them. And are we praying? We are not praying. We're going to go ahead and pray. Alright. Keep going. If I can get the AF gauge ready for the start of the next turn, I'm probably going to be in good shape. 36, 31, 36. Tetra added 3 more hits. I shook off the binding, so I should be able to do damage again. I'm in a regular wind zone. Am I running out of mana? Why is... Oh. That's not good. I still have a bind. Alright. Now we saw that I can still Twin Blade Wolf. I can still spam Cease. Alright, the boss doesn't seem to have that much health, even for Master difficulty. So I'm thinking I can do a burst and probably take him down with 2 Twin Blade Wolves the way things have been going. So I think even with me unable to spam Sorai Kinbu and Injaku Neku Rambu, I think I'm still going to try it, because I don't know what else he's going to do, and I'm about to hit the 50 stacks anyway. Alright. I guess I'll just cease. Let's use Invalidate and deploy an Awakened Wind Zone. Wolfheart. And we'll do a Fierce Feline Storm. What I'm thinking is, normally I just spam all ones, but 2 people don't have access to their 1 skill. So I'll try to just go to the 3rd skill, because Cease and Fierce Feline are still both attacks. Let's try it.
I'm gonna cut you to pieces.
Anytime I can't make progress, I'll jump to slot number 3. Alright, there's my Awakened Wind Zone. Yeah, boss is already low on health. Oh, I can Sarai. Well, that's weird. Now I can't Sarai. Oh wow, that bind is like hopping around all over the place. Okay, well that's kind of annoying. It's kind of forcing me to piano. If I really focused, maybe it's like kind of shifting. It blocks the 3rd position, then the 1st position, then the 2nd position, and it looks like it's rotating appropriately. Either way, I did 52 billion, and that's that. Beat him on Master difficulty. Thunder teams might have an issue with this boss. The way he stacks those 50 stacks so quickly, and Thunder teams are known for multiple hits, link attacks, all sorts of things. Alright, I'm going to shut up and watch. Oh, it looks like I get to move around a little bit. I have to find Tilda. Well, I guess... Alright, I'll see who it's from. Following that touching scene, we are headed back to base. Next. Okay, an important decision lies ahead. It affects the way the story, and you cannot change your choice later. Now, in the Ghost's prologue, I made one decision. I saw other people made the other decision over time. And then at the end of the story, we were kind of allowed to go back and correct the decision to, I guess, the quote, true ending. So even though it's telling me that it affects the story and you can't change your choice later, I'm not sure if I fully believe that, because that wasn't really true the first time around. So the decision is, do I put Tilda's soul in a vessel? Or do we let Tilda's soul be? Okay. I could agonize over this decision. I could agonize over this. Me personally, it seems like Tilda made her peace with it. I'm kind of leaning towards leave her soul be. So let's choose that one. Well, okay, maybe I will agonize a little bit. If I leave her soul be, I'm not sure if that would be like a happy ending for Havoc. There's zero chance of that, correct? Putting her soul into a vessel might work, and you know what? Let's just stick with the original. Leave her soul be. I have control. We made our decision. So let's go to the infirmary and see if we get kind of a redo or a third option. Sure enough, Ruby brought up the fact that maybe we can go upstream and change how things ended up. Trying to talk a little vague since spoilers and all. There is no choice here. Go back and change my decision. All right. Time to go back. Now, is it going to give me just the other choice? Was that the correct one for the true ending, or is there going to be a new choice? Let's find out. Following the new path, we are going to go to the Black Blade. Let's find out what in the world is going on. Let's see, I started was about 4 hours ago, with an occasional breaks. All right. All right. Another decision time. Well, we got 5 people to talk to. Depending on how short these are, I might just not edit them out. All right, that was Rovella. Next up, all right, we have a little hint that Tilda might be resilient. All right, Ruby is kind of leaning towards, let's try it. Let's try keeping her, because otherwise you might have a regret. What's Aldo thinking? That would be a regret. I've talked to all 5 of them. Looks like I'm forced to make a decision now. Alright, I can switch between maps. And that is the end quest symbol, so whatever I choose is the final choice. Alright, looks like I can review. It is approaching 4 a.m. We're gonna wing this. Well, she herself said she's okay with any choice. So let's ask Tilda to stay. No regrets, right? Okay, that's looking positive. And quest complete. 50 stones. We are in the campaign period. Kairos has been unlocked. Havoc's character quest has been unlocked. I did not succeed in pulling her, so at least I can do the first character quest. And there's the campaign. And a few stones for completing it. So, if we go to notices, campaigns, if you clear this before the end of July 2026, you get a few extra stones for your trouble. You also have this time frame to knock out the first of the Ghosts of Hope, the prologue, and get those stones if you haven't already. And it looks like we have a new tome available. Book of Fallen Aberration. Is this the way to awaken Rovella? I guess we can't see. If I had to guess, the star charts would be from challenge mode. But we'll worry about that later. What was this other one? Oh, did I not ever finish this one? Well, you know. Guess I should, Oh man, that's from a little while ago. Alright. Looks like I got some catching up to do. Alright, well, I'm guessing that was the true ending. I guess we made the right choice, because it looks like we could have let her go again. And I kind of wonder if we had said to create the vessel the first time around, I wonder if that would have gone very badly, or maybe it even failed, and that would motivate people that chose that path to want to go back upstream and try again as well. So I'm not sure if the first set of choices really mattered, because either way we'd probably go back upstream, but the second time around, I guess it's still possible to not get the true ending if you chose to let her go. But I guess that'll be, someone in the comments can tell us what happens if you make the other choice. I'm sure if they don't do it themselves, you know, someone in Reddit will take the plunge and do it. But that's what I did. That's how I played, and you can see for yourself if you like this ending. Then that's there's my 50 stones. Yay. Awards. So yeah, I enjoyed that storyline a whole lot. Okay, looks like pretty much a bunch of stones for my trouble. And I'm still enjoying this whole apocrypha. I'm, let's see, records, story, all complete again. Oh, did I get any free pulls for that? Guess not. You'd think it would be under the spotlight, but I guess not. Well, it is late. It is almost 4 a.m. I started, I think it was around 11 or 11:30, so it definitely took a long time to complete in one sitting. So I'm going to get some sleep, and I guess I'll be editing in the morning. Probably the late morning, given what time it is. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There was... Let me go back to my little home base, Space-Time Rift. Menu. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There was my playthrough of The Ghosts of Hope, Severed Rays of Despair. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope this video helped you out in any spots that you might have gotten stuck in. Hope this helped. Casual Crono, signing out.